Tonight, from Austin, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Austin Bats taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Atlanta Falcons and the Austin Bats. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play action. Hebert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. That's complete, right around the 8. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And it's caught, touchdown. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. This kick is building confidence after a loss. That's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense? And get his man complete! And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action. Hebert. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Hebert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wagner, the former second rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Derwin James on the coverage.
3rd and long for Winston. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. Now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that,
and nothing but daylight ahead. And for a touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
it's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
And his first carry, he loses the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Winston's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The career catch number for him just continues to climb, now at 1,070, and that is where Reggie Wayne finished.
And I was always told, if you went about your business like Reggie Wayne, you had a chance to be a heck of a player. So I've asked, how does this guy go about his business? Morning, noon, night, pregame, postgame, pre-practice, post-practice. That's why he's accumulated this type of number.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that ball? He should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Bobby Wagner, his 2nd sack of the night.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And touchdown. Tony Pollard, 84 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
Lining up for the
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score.
21. Falcons 7.
On 3rd down, Winston. Pressure comes and down he goes. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. Oh, this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so...
Sterling Hawkrichter set to kick off.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here comes the call and lost the football. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play. Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back to throw. Bear. It is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their head. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And that one makes this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
That's a 34-yard line.
Going with Moss on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
The ball carrier.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, he'll drop this underneath the Moss. 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Zach Moss with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, he's used to run. He had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. A gain of 3, second down. Here's Pollard. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run with Pollard. He takes this for 3 to the 29. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Run for Pollard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Hebert.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On first down, Pollard. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Final play of the half here. Winston looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
That's 35. Falcons.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Julio Jones all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
To number 11.
Julio Jones. 78 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Coup now for the point after.
For the point after.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, 73 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The point after.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
The Falcons ready to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets by.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another. Here's Morris with a catch out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew
officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Winston. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Ball carrier.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. And again, it's Chubb. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they stiffen. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Out of his end zone, Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Morris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll go again here with Moss. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
James now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Back now in Austin. The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
On 4th down, Hebert. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At the 26-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bobby Wagner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all. They come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jameis to throw. And Winston lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had a little teammate who was able to get it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. But the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
4 yards.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Winston. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Jameis again. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
To Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and this time he is in. Tony Pollard taking it in. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons offense set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, Winston again. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, Pollard. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, 31 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive